What's up, everybody? My name is Joshua Yo, and I'm here to talk Samurai Jack with Genndy Tartakovsky. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Great. How are you having a good Comic-Con so far?
I'm having a great one. Yeah.
We are so excited that Samurai Jack is finally coming back to wrap everything up in a miniseries. What's it like for you to finally put this story to rest and do the ending that you always wanted?
It's great. I think the demand for it has been amazing, and there's so much Jack love, especially at this, today, just the panel that I did, just, people stopping me, walking the convention floor. They just love it, and it's such a pleasant feeling. And I think it all kind of exploded as soon as we announced it. I think it even caught Adult Swim off guard, where there was such a huge online response that they were like, wow, like people actually like the show. And so it's been great. It's been 12 years coming, and everywhere that I go, anybody that I talk to, press, whatever it's, lecturing that I've done, they go, what about Samurai Jack?
Yeah.
So I thought before it disappears, I decided it's time to do it.
Yeah, it's totally like a generational thing. Not to like plug this other thing that's super hot right now, but like Pokemon Go like exploded beyond everyone's wildest expectations. And I think that was another nostalgia thing. It's sort of around the same time. But so you're now on Adult Swim, which lets you do a little more.
Yeah.
Lets you perhaps make the story a little more mature. And the one image we've seen of Jack is he is bearded, he's covered in blood, and he looks real intense with his sword out. Okay. So like how dark are we going here? Is this going to be like super bloody and violent?
No. I mean, like the thing is, we wanted to do it. I mean, you got to do it first of all, right? Because you're Adult Swim. You want to take advantage of it. At the same time, you want to stay true to the heart and what the first show was, right? So we've amped it up, and there's definitely a bit more violence, but I think we've done it in a way where it's true to the show. And when, like if you can imagine like killing machines all your life, and all of a sudden you kill your first human.
Oh,
right?
wow.
And we don't just bypass it. We really have Jack think about it and have him react to it. And I think that makes it real, and that makes it more acceptable, and it still feels like the show. We're not just trying to do it just to do it.
Wow. And is that how the show starts? I know you said there was like a big way the show starts. It's very surprising. Is that it? Or is there something else like beyond that?
No, there's more.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens later on.
All right. Well, that is huge. No, that's crazy that you are going in that direction. And this story, like you said, has been like sort of like 12 years in the making. And it's not like you weren't trying to finish the story. You had a movie in production, and now it just finally wound up as this mini-series. So I'm curious to hear, was like that first movie idea you had, like that story, is that just being adapted into this mini-series, or has it changed and morphed and become something new, and it's kind of a different ending than you originally planned?
Yeah, I think it's like, I've gone through probably 4 different studios developing the Samurai Jack movie with different producers, and there's different elements that we developed that I've loved that I had bring it into the movie originally. And then after it was all done, I was like, oh, these elements are still so strong. And there's one core idea to this story that I've always wanted to do, even in the original run, but we just couldn't do it. And so now it's perfect for it, and it perfectly ties into the end.
Okay.
So it is something that I've nurtured, and I think that's why why everything came kind of so easy as far as the story development, because these ideas were nurtured inside of my brain for the last 10 years.
And also in the teaser we got, there's like Aku, and then there's this guy with like a pointy hat, right? And in the concept art you guys kind of showed during that video you did, sort of behind the scenes, I thought that was going to be Jack, but it's not Jack. Can you tell me anything about who that character is?
No.
Okay.
No. No, the thing is, like, it's what's really fun about...
Does Jack take the hat and then put it on?
What's really fun about the series, and that's why I didn't even want to give this much away, but that's okay. What's fun about it is, like, every sequence, every episode is a reveal. So the whole thing is kind of a mystery, and it's starting to unravel and starts to go different directions, and because it's 10 episodes for one big idea, it makes it like, I don't know, it draws you in.
Yeah, totally.
You're wondering, like, what's going to happen? You can guess if that's going to happen, maybe not. And there's all these other twists and turns.
Okay, cool. I like to open my presents on Christmas. I don't want any spoilers or anything.
There you go.
Yeah, keep it under your hat. I definitely want to experience this. We're waiting a long time for this. In the meantime, we actually got these Samurai Jack comics from IDW Publishing. Those, I actually thought those were pretty cool. I really liked them. It kind of sold some sort of side stories of like, what if the show continued? What would happen? And it even came up with its own kind of, how could it all end? So do those fit into the mythology of your show? Like sort of a filler in between, or are those just sort of a what if, like a side project that doesn't affect the story of the show?
Yeah, I think for me, it's really pure, and the idea is really, very pure from me. and from us. And so that was definitely a side thing.
Okay.
Like, I didn't read any of the stories. It just kind of happened. Andy Siriano, who did the art, is an artist from
incredible.
the first series,
Yeah.
and he's great. He did a really good job. But story-wise and the way they did it isn't, for me, Samurai Jack.
Right, okay.
Especially even in comics, So it's what we're doing, it is, and what that was is. And there's a lot of was, is, and is was.
Gotcha. That was just something to tide us over. But now here we are, and very, very excited. And while we're speaking about comic books, you have a comic book that's been in the works also for a very long time.
Embarrassingly long
called
time.
Cage, which is just like classic Luke Cage. Can you tell me sort of the journey to get that published and like what that comic is going to be like?
Yeah. So originally it came I think 2008, 7, something like that. And basically they said, you want to do one of these side Marvel properties, and I loved Luke Cage. Excuse me. And I go, the only way I'll do it if there's no schedule.
Okay.
Because I had other stuff going, but I'll fit it in between stuff, but just be patient and we'll get it done. So they were super cool, but it went on for about a year. And just when I got all the pencils done and written, my editor left, and there's new editors, and I got really busy. And then it all kind of just, nobody was after me, and I was busy with other stuff, so I didn't want to push it. So anyways, it disappeared, and then after Hotel 2, I was doing press, and I think it might have been one of your guys.
Yeah, it actually was.
Ask.
Our one guy, Jesse Shadeen, told our other guy, Max Nichols, hey, ask Genndy this. So it's through the chain, eventually found its way to you.
And when they asked that question, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to put it in the ether, out there. And I said, yeah, if Marvel wants it, I'll be more than happy to finish it now. I have the time. And sure enough, it got out and it spread like wildfire, and here it is.
Which is awesome, so awesome. And it just happened to be coming about when the Luke Cage Netflix show is going to come out.
It's all by accident.
It's all by accident, sure. No, yeah. So going back to Samurai Jack, it's just, what kind of reactions have you had from the fans? Because it really does feel like it is something like super special and means a lot to a lot of people. Do you have a lot of sort of nerves going into it, of like pleasing them, or is it like this is just a story you want to do, you're going to put it out there, and it is what it is?
Right. Well, there's a little bit of that, but I mean, the big thing is, first of all, here it's love and support.
Totally.
So this really feels like I feel it, which is great. And on my side of it, it's everybody's got their own preconceptions of what Jack is, especially when they're watching with kids. As they were kids, and now they've grown up with it. And so I can never, I don't think, meet those expectations, because when you remember something, it's such a different level than the way it actually was. And so, but we're doing our best, and I think sometimes it might exceed expectations, and other times maybe not, But it's the best that we got right now, and so we're, busting all balls to do it, and it's going to be something special.
Cool. Oh, man, I got the warm feels off of that one. Okay, Genndy, thank you so much for coming to talk to us. Yeah, so Jack is back. For more on Samurai Jack and for everything here at Comic-Con, keep it here on IGN.
Watcha!